was your only friend. Yet one friend.
Hi, Tamara. Welcome to my room. Today, just for you, I'm going to once again discuss and analyze my favorite film, The Social Network. So, let's get into it. The Social Network is a 2010 film directed by David Fincher and written by Aaron Sorkin. It stars Jesse Eisenberg, Andrew Garfield, Justin Timberlake, and Armie Hammer. When it was created in 2010, movies began experimenting to reach where we are today in the modern era of film. Avatar, which was made the year prior, was the highest grossing film of all time and pioneered visual effects. At this time, the Marvel franchise had just begun and pioneered how movie franchises are made today. Most importantly for the story of this film, social media was beginning to rise to great heights. This has made the movie age very well in our time of overbearing social media. Thematically, The Social Network explores themes of ambition, power, and the desire for human connection. The film delves into the ethical dilemmas surrounding the creation of Facebook, as well as the personal and legal battles that ensued. Let's break down some aspects of the film, starting with genre. The Social Network is a biographical drama surrounding the creation of Facebook. Although its story revolves around the creation of Facebook, it focuses on the characters, particularly Mark Zuckerberg and Eduardo Saverin. This is what turns into a drama with its rich character study about power. It can easily be compared to a Shakespearean story, with power leading a character to the top, but they lose everything in the process. There is no happy ending. Style. The Social Network unfolds in an interesting way. The film is edited with it jumping back and forth in time, showing the court cases Zuckerberg is facing and what led up to them. It allows the audience to see at the end of the film what caused Zuckerberg to become so power hungry. The score, composed by Atticus Ross and Trent Reznor, plays excellently into the film. It uses major piano keys to sound as though there is something to be hopeful about, but its sinister and ominous violin and deep bass informs the audience that not everything is as it seems. Certain characters are searching for more ambition, power, and human desire for connection. Theme. Essentially, the story will not unravel in a traditional biographical way. I also wanted to add the opening and closing scene of this movie. The movie opens with Zuckerberg's girlfriend breaking up with him and ends with him adding her on Facebook in hopes that he'll get her back because he's like rich and famous now. These two scenes play so well into each other to show Mark Zuckerberg's intentions. It's really great. Cinematography. David Fincher teamed up with Jeff Cronenworth once again to create a visually striking movie. The movie has a very distinct color palette that is used to great effect throughout. Jeff Cronenworth is quoted saying, "The moral compass of the story is murky and gray, and the ethics don't play out with any sense of certainty about the right answers, so we needed to match this with the visual tones. We decided to mute the color palette quite heavily in the college scenes, and keep a limited depth of field to make the place feel claustrophobic in contrast to San Francisco. The color palette is dominated by soft yellow lighting and shades of blue and green. These help to create a sense of coldness and detachment, much like some of the characters and their motivations. The film also uses every camera angle, shot, and movement you can imagine. David Fincher and Jeff Cronenworth did not hold back with their abilities at their disposal to get the story across. The film also uses David Fincher's signature camera move. This camera move is extremely difficult and it requires a lot of practice with the actors and the camera operators. For this scene in particular, it helps the audience connect to Eduardo as the movement emphasizes his realization that his friend has betrayed him. Blocking. I think one scene in particular is great to show the blocking in this film. Zuckerberg sits alone in focus in this scene, but the Winklevoss twins who are suing him are all three in focus. This shows how Zuckerberg is alone in his selfish climb to the top. This dynamic between the groups, because of the blocking, leads Zuckerberg to have an outlash. Mise en scène. It would take an outcast like Mark Zuckerberg with the ambition for power and human connections to create Facebook. His character is immediately distinguishable through mise en scène. His clothes show someone who doesn't care about societal norms. He speaks very fast and intellectually to the point where people can't understand him. He has a doodle book in the middle of a court case because he doesn't care. All of this encapsulates his lust for power and why he is the perfect person for it. So, that was my analyzation of The Social Network. We looked at how genre, style, cinematography, blocking, and mise en scène play into the theme of ambition, power, and the human desire for connection. I hope you enjoyed Tamara. Have a nice day and Christmas break. See ya.